Vitamin water and a muffin. Breakfast of champions.
Muffin is so good. Where we're staying, they have muffins for you in the morning, which is delicious. This was a pumpkin one. It's so good.
Welcome back to day 159. I'm Captain.
And I'm Sunshine.
And we're still walking.
And we're still talking. Today we are going from South Arm Road to East Bee Hill Road, 10.1 miles. We are choosing to go southbound because even though it's a little bit harder going southbound, the hard is first thing in the morning, and then you have a smoother afternoon, which was a recommendation of David at the hostel, and I think it's a very good idea. However, this 4 miles, oh shit, there's people sleeping over there. Shit.
Yes, there's
a lot of people in tents. Oops.
Yes, there are tents. Oh wow, there are a lot of tents.
Okay, we better be quiet. It's like up and down and like straight up and straight down. So, wow, there's a ton of people over there.
No kidding.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tents. We haven't seen that many tents since the Smokies. Captain and I are out here. Oh my God, in a hammock, thinking that no one is out here, and I'm like screaming. Jesus.
No kidding.
Oh my God, I probably woke them all up. Anyway, hard day today, and you'd never know it, but it's going to be 80 degrees tonight. We're freezing right now.
Let's get going.
All right. Apparently, the water rises and you need this rope. I don't know if I need it this morning. Well, I'm definitely not going to need it because it goes that way and I need to go this way. Oh boy, this is a little hard. Oh boy.
Whoa.
I'm like a baby deer this morning. My legs are unstable. Okay, maybe turn that off so it doesn't go in the water.
It won't go in the water.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Watch it go in the water 5 minutes later.
Yeah, I can see where it could go overflowing over here. Well, this was fun. There's a warning over here about river and stream crossings and how they can be deadly.
Well, I feel like I'm dying right now.
It says, okay, when the water is moving faster than you can walk, it's unsafe. When the water depth is higher than thigh height, it is unsafe. When a river is in flood stage, it is unsafe. When you can hear rocks being moved by the water, it's unsafe. And when there are hazards, it's hard to read without my glasses, downstream, such as rapids, trees, or branches stuck in the river or whatever, it's unsafe. So remember that. We can't go deeper than our thighs.
So, today's looking to be a bit of a short one. It's just we're getting past all the miles quite quickly. But I have to say, the weather right now is perfect. It's not too cold, not too hot. We've got a nice little breeze coming in, and the sun is out, but we have the little green canopy above. So, we have a very nice atmosphere. I'm sure that'll change once we get to the top of this upcoming mountain, but for now, this is quite pleasant. The terrain has been a bit rooty and rocky lately, but I think that's just part of being in Maine and New Hampshire. I don't think that's going to fade until maybe we get to Katahdin. So, we have a very easy couple of hours, and hopefully we are in before it gets dark.
So Captain just said the funniest thing. What do you think of when you're out like hiking and camping and doing all those things? What's something that's kind of quintessential hiking, camping, whatever you call it, out in the wilderness? S'mores. We haven't made s'mores at all because it's a little bit complicated out here with s'mores. And he says, this is the first s'mores we're having. Will bought us s'more Pop-Tarts. And oh, I just dropped a piece. I'll get it. Don't worry. Nothing goes to waste out here. And they're delicious, actually. Do you like it?
Yeah. Really good.
Yum. Oh, well, Captain, what do we have here?
We're getting pampered.
We are.
Rebar railings.
Rebar railings. Wow. Are they solid? They're shaking a bit.
They're solid enough.
Okay. They're more solid than not having them.
Yep.
Well, this is pretty interesting. Wow. The camera won't focus on it. It's weird. It's like, I can see you right there. You blend right in well. It's kind of a hard climb. He thinks I don't see him. You're very cute. I was a little bit ahead of Captain because he was getting something out of his bag. And all of a sudden, you can't really see in front of you here. Very rarely you can see very far in front of you because it curves and there's leaves and stuff. And I hear, oh my God, what the fuck? And I was like, uh-oh, that sounds like a creature encounter. And so I kept walking. And this girl's coming like barreling down the hill. And I said, what the hell's up there? She goes, don't worry. It's just my shoes. I've been wearing the same shoes, same brand of shoes the whole trip. And she just got a new pair and she's sliding and falling a lot. So then Captain catches up with me and he's like, was that you? What was that? And he thought the same thing. I said, it wasn't me. He thought maybe it was a bear encounter or something, but it wasn't. It's funny, but I've had a couple of those moments out here. I don't mind other people yelling and screaming out loud and just releasing everything they're feeling. Because I've had a couple of those moments where I just feel like, ah! You know, if anyone had been around, they'd been like, what the hell? She lives in her marbles. So funny. Just let yourself be free out here. So you all know that I'm a foodie at this point. And I'm sure I've talked about it before, but it gives me great joy to feed people and connect people and cultures and help people through food. And so when I'm slack packing, I'm always over provisioned and carrying too much food. And I share it when someone I can tell is eyeing what I have, or it seems like they might be a little low on and ready to resupply. But particularly one of my favorite things is when I'm slacking, because I always bring food from the real world and I have cheese and hummus and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And I share it with people when I see them. And so I guess, I don't know where I get this from. I think it has a lot to do with the travel, but even from early on in my life, I always used to host dinner parties and regular parties at the places I lived. And then when I got with Will, we used to have parties. It's probably a lot more alcohol and less appetizers. And then it switched to dinners at our house as we got older. And then when we lived in different countries and in the RV and in the sailboat, even though the spaces were small, we would still have people over, cram them into our RV in the middle of winter and cook a meal and connect everyone. So I've really been missing that, entertaining and cooking for people and, you know, swapping stories over food. And out here, obviously I can't do that. But my version of what I can do is I can bring food from the real world when I slack pack. So today has been an extra special day because we're going southbound. So we're recognizing a lot of the people and chatting with people that we've hiked in and around throughout the trail. And so today we met a lady who's sleeping where we're sleeping tonight. And she mentioned she was down to one tea bag and that she couldn't wait to resupply. She was getting off trail to resupply. And I offered her an extra, I always have extra food, an energy bar. And then an hour later, we saw these other three guys we know, and Captain and I were eating hummus and crackers. And I was like, do you guys want some hummus and crackers? And they were like, hell yeah. And they loved it. So the hummus containers are always so big, right? I mean, there's enough for everyone. I always feel, you know, literally and figuratively, there's enough pizza for everyone. And then we just saw another guy that we've been hiking around, and we happen to be eating again. Captain and I are always eating. And I had cheese and salmon today, and I asked him, do you want a piece of cheese? And he's like, yeah. So I cut him off a piece of cheese off my log. It really brings me great joy to share food, connect through food, all of it. So much joy. And I know it benefits the other person as well, but I mean, I just, it gives me such pleasure, guys. And you know, I'm a foodie. So anyway, do you have something like that? Like, do you have something that helps you connect people you know and love, or connect with people? Is it food? Do you like to cook and entertain and break bread with people? Let me know in the comments. Come through areas like this where the moss is really consistent and looks like it's been groomed. I feel like I'm going through a green shag carpet forest living room. I mean, look at this up here. Unbelievable. So we are on our final 4.5 miles for the day. It's down most of the way. Should be a pretty easy hike. That will have us at 10.1 miles, finishing probably around 3 o'clock today, which works out really well for work and school. If we had our full packs on, we'd continue a bit longer, but I am grateful to have this time for Captain to do his school, for me to catch up on some work things, and then when we get back on the trail with our full packs in 2 days, we're gonna hit it hard probably for a week before he gets off for school again. So, and we've got some major 4,000 footers, so it's gonna be intense. I just popped over to, I guess it's very common in Maine. I don't think call them sub shops. I don't know what we would call them. Similar to sub shops, you can get soda and of course baked whoopie pies and all this other kind of goodies, chips, whatnot. And then you can order pizza and sandwiches and stuff. So I got a hot dog. The most interesting about Maine is Maine uses red hot dogs. It's a very, very Maine thing. So when I opened this up, I was like, oh my God, a red hot dog. And then Captain, what did you get? He's chewing right now. So.
I got this BLT.
But what did you say about that BLT?
It was a perfect BLT.
They know how to make the perfect BLTs here. Okay, and you also got a pizza because we're starving. Well, you guys can tell I'm not in my hiking clothing. My 99-year-old meme passed away, and so I'm actually on the trail. I'm only 45 minutes from where I grew up, and Will came to pick me up to take me to the funeral. And Captain's staying behind because he's got a lot of schoolwork to do. So yeah, look at me, guys. I'm all cleaned up. And Will, you're a bit cleaned up too.
I had to buy a shirt for this.
You did. You had to. He went to Goodwill and got a collared shirt because I don't remember the last time your body saw a collared shirt. Yeah. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. Yeah,